Man.
This is it.
This is it.
That's
Wow,
what
and
it
it's still
was
got the
then.
critical on it too. That's awesome.
Yep.
So they did it. So this is the new thing.
This is it.
The
And
critical.
it's early AM. There is no faster, quicker, better.
That's awesome.
I mean, it has to be here by 10.
Hey guys, this is Seth and Megan, and we want to give you a quick Halligan update of what's been going on. Last we left you, we were in the middle of a delivery debacle, we'll call it. The delivery debacle.
Okay.
Yeah, the DD. No, it doesn't work. Just call yourself DD. For Dottie. Going back, I think it's almost a month ago, Dottie did not receive her TPN until a day later. So she went without TPN, which would be like going without food for 24 hours straight. Was it more than that? Or was it just 24? A little over. It was like 26 or 28 hours, somewhere around there. And so we had to figure out, okay, something's got to change, because with COVID-19, deliveries are like Christmas every day, and not in a good way, because they're just overworked. There's a lot of deliveries going out that normally would be people shopping in stores. So we had to figure out what to do. So since that time, the next week, the delivery came late again, but thankfully only half the delivery. So we got our TPN and lipids, which is actually the food part, on time. Mm-hmm. But then the non-perishables we got a day later. Thankfully we have extra non-perishable items such as syringes, tubes, alcohol wipes to do what we needed to do to hook up Dottie, but still didn't solve the problem. Yeah. So the next 2 weeks, they decided to send it critical airmail. And why not critical ground mail, you say? Because there is no such thing. UPS only does critical airmail for some reason. So even though Coram, which is an hour and 10 minutes on I-5, they had to send it by airmail, which costs, I believe, at least 4 times as much. Yeah. Now, our UPS driver, our favorite UPS driver, you know who you are, he's like, hey, good news, it's free this week. We're like, why? He's like, because I got here at 10:02, and it has to be delivered at 10 a.m.
Before 10 a.m.
Or it's free. And so it came at 10:02. So we knew, like, oh, this is a different ballgame. Then the next week, they did the same thing. But then Megan and the guy from Coram started talking for a while and realized that's not really possible because of the cost and how they have to bill things through Coram. I'll Megan kind of take over from here.
I will say this. We have great people that work in the office, our like local Coram office, who are amazing and really fight for everything that we need.
It's true.
And he never said anything about money.
No.
But since Seth has
That's
told
true.
me
We are reading between the lines here.
that it costs so much more to do the airmail, I can only assume that that is not a continuous viable option. And so the new plan is 2 shipments a week. The first shipment will come in sometime on Thursday and will contain 7 days worth of non-perishable supplies and 5 days worth of the TPN and lipids.
Right.
And then on Monday, they will send out another shipment that we'll get on Tuesday or Wednesday or something-ish. And it'll have 2 days worth of TPN and lipids. So that will cover us Wednesday and Thursday. Mm-hmm. So that's where then, this is where we're set up now for this next week of when we get to Thursday this week. Today is Saturday. So when the time comes that it's Thursday, we will still have a bag of TPN and a bag of lipids for Thursday. So even if we don't get our shipment, we're totally good. We're able to hook Dottie up.
That's right.
And then we will get the 5 new days on Thursday, hopefully. That'll take us Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then we'll get 2 more bags that will cover Wednesday and Thursday. And that is the new cycle. It gets extra special for Seth on the weeks that Dottie has labs, because she gets labs done on Monday. Our team meets Tuesday, and those new orders for changes go to Coram, and then that supply gets filled Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, then gets shipped out to arrive on Thursday.
When Megan says team, she means our GI team in Dornbecker Children's Hospital. Yes. So they are the ones who look at the labs and then give the results to Coram.
Yeah. So we talk to them. They take all the lab information and all of the information from us about how Dottie's actually doing day to day, and they assess just all the little tiny changes of like the amount of vitamins or the amount of this or that go into the formula of her TPN and lipids.
Exactly right. And this week was a lab week. And this week was even more special because it was Memorial Day, which means everywhere was closed on Monday. So we couldn't get labs until Tuesday, which means everything was compounded by the speed. So it quickly up to OHSU, went quickly down to Coram. Coram had to actually make it earlier the night before so then I could drive up on Thursday and pick up the delivery first thing. Needless to say, it worked out great. I got everything on time, and we hooked up Dottie on time. Yep. Nothing delayed. And worst case is I just have to drive an hour and 10 minutes up the I-5 and then an hour and 10 back, pick up the TPN, and we're good to go. And usually it's not as stressed because it's done on Monday, and then Tuesdays they make the decision. But if driving to Portland once a month to pick up Dottie's TPN and make sure it's on time is the only,
the best solution at this point.
I'll do it all day. It's no big deal at all. So this is our new solution to the shipping problems we had going on for the last month and a half. Yeah. So that's a quick update on that. In other updates, we're going to talk about Teddy and the cathing update.
So Teddy's been doing great. I'm not sure where we were last time we left you, but right now he's being cathed 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, in the afternoon, and then before we all go head to bed for the night. He is growing. He started eating solid foods. And by solid foods, I mean purees, of course. And he's just really taken to that, which is awesome and exciting. And we had an updated call with the Dornbecker therapist and feeding center. And they just concurred that he's doing well, growing well.
And we're waiting for COVID to open up. Super cute. So we can go get a urodynamics test to see what the next step is in our cathing. So right now we're kind of on hold. Things are working out great. We don't have to measure diapers right now because everything seems to be going really well. We're just waiting for hospitals to open up.
Yep.
Speaking of COVID, how's our life different from COVID than regular life? A lot, a little, not much.
We realized the other day we were talking to somebody through the door or on a message or something.
Far away.
And they made a comment. I don't even remember who it was, that they had not set eyes on a real live baby Theodore yet.
Because he's not real. It's all fake.
And I realized, we started talking about it, and we realized Teddy was born at the end of September. So October, November, December, we were in and out of the hospital with Teddy, and then at the very end of the year with Dottie, and when she had croup.
Or COVID. Who knows? Anyway, sorry.
And then we were being very careful because it was recovery from surgery. So all of January and most of February, we were
flu
very
season.
Cautious.
He's missing part of his lung, so we figured, hey.
And even Dottie had a ton of exposure, so we're pretty careful with her during flu season. And I was recovering from having a baby, so there was just general exhaustion happening in the house. And we had just sort of barely started to go out. We went to church a couple of times.
Make public appearances.
We had a couple, maybe family members or friends over. We had started going to our home group again and took Teddy there and Dottie, a couple of times.
We were going out, making it happen.
We were pretty cautious still when shelter in place happened. And
shut that door again.
The little bit of progress we had made was pulled back, and we just hadn't thought about how few people have actually met Theodore and have seen him in person, even fewer that have held him, because a handful have set their eyes on him but haven't held him.
He was making slaps to their hands when they try to reach for him.
So we are doing well. Dottie, I think, is getting more stir crazy than I am, which is funny, and misses the socialization and the playgrounds.
More of the playgrounds.
Broken heart. And Seth does all the shopping now, and he's been the one who's been going out and about wearing a mask and gloves.
Me and Winco. BFF.
And so, now that things are shifting, we're going to make just small adjustments to our circle of people and exposure. But I think we're still going to maintain wearing gloves and masks when we go out to the stores, especially
At
and
least
as other
masks.
people
Lots of hand
loosen
sanitizer.
up more quickly than we do. We want to protect ourselves against that, as well as there's more exposure. Still being cautious on our side of things, but not scared.
Yeah.
And starting to
and
to see people.
we didn't actually talk about this too much, but we kind of live the COVID life all the time because any fever Dottie gets means 48 hours in the emergency room for us, whether it's COVID or whether it's a regular flu. So when I say we live the COVID life, I'm not trying to like downplay this at all, but I am just saying like we have to be careful for all the things. So I was joking, if everyone wears masks all the time, our life would be a whole lot easier for a lot of reasons. So we do appreciate the people who are thoughtful in that way. And because we are in that group of high risk area. Now we're a little different because we're young kids and we're not 50 yet. We got a good couple more weeks. No, I'm just kidding. We're not that old yet. Just feels like it. But all this time has been a time of really thinking like, oh yeah, well we haven't been sick since January. This is great. And I realized because everyone's super careful. So I hope we continue that carefulness even after all this blows over. But in the meantime, guys, we're so grateful for your support. We're grateful for the prayers. We're grateful for just people checking up on us and asking about us. And sorry this update took so long, but life's still weird even though we haven't been out as much. It just feels twice as busy. So it's just a weird thing. So we love you, we miss you, and we hope to be seeing you soon, maybe in person.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care. Bye.